Hey everybody, so today's a short video about locking your Xiaomi or any scooter for that matter, but at least I have a Xiaomi Essential Lite. I'll show you how to lock this outside because of course sometimes you want to go outside, you're riding, you want to maybe lock it against something, you want to pop into the store, buy something to drink. How do you lock a scooter like this? Because if you look at the frame, there isn't really anything that allows you to thread something through it properly, like we would on a bike, right? You have the whole frame and all that. But on a scooter, it's a little harder, and they're easy to lift and kind of lift over stuff. So what I would recommend is having a nice, high quality lock, padlock, whatever you want to call those bigger ones that you lock bikes with, that you can thread through here, that isn't too wide. It should be kind of slim still. So you want to thread that through this thick aluminum frame, and you want to put that against something that's thick. Nothing like that, nothing thin, nothing like, you know, flimsy that they can break, because I've seen people actually break the bike stands and steal these. So I had people steal like these expensive 9-baht Maxes and stuff like that. So it's crazy here. So don't do that. Lock it against something very stable and have a really good quality lock. Don't cheap out on the locks because it's very important. And then it shouldn't be too wide so you can thread it through all here and all that, because if it's thin or if it's slim or whatever you want to call it, narrow, it won't go anywhere. So that's a great way to do it. And this is thick as well, heavy duty. If not, you can do like I do. I have a really high quality, really high quality lock, kind of chain lock. And it's very hardened and it's really hard to get through. And don't, like I said, it's not cheap, and you shouldn't get a cheap lock for something this expensive. So don't do that. Get this, and what you can do is at the back here of the scooter, you have a frame. You have the frame extending out to the wheel, and this is really thick aluminum, and it's really heavy duty. You can't really break that easily at all. And then as well, removing the wheel would be very difficult because there's a bunch of screws here and all that stuff. So you need like specialized tools. You can't do that, and nobody's gonna sit outside and do that, so they won't bother. So you want to deter the thief. I've seen other locks like disc brake locks, so don't use those either. You can use them in addition to all this, but I wouldn't recommend on just having that and trusting that. So yeah, anyway, what I do is I take this and I thread it through here, through the frame itself, and I lock it against something thick. Nothing like that, again, nothing flimsy. So I just do that and you're good to go. They won't be able to get through, they won't be able to pick it up and run away. Of course, there's no alarm on this, but I don't feel I don't feel good having an alarm, because if someone just tips it over by mistake, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be really loud and annoying. So I wouldn't recommend that. But this is fine. I just thread it through, put it somewhere, and it's fine. And also, if you look at kind of the wheel here, there's gaps in between the wheel here. And what you can do is, if you have a thinner lock, you can thread it through the entire wheel and lock it somewhere. So that's also an option, but I think that's enough. Just locking it with the frame here is enough. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the only ways you can lock these. Some scooters have thick frames and holes in them where you can lock them properly like a bike, but these don't. The Xiaomi's really don't. So that's one tip I'd say. And then one more thing, don't just rely on that. Also lock it with the app. There's a functionality when you're connected to your scooter with the app, you swipe and it will lock your scooter internally in software. So what's going to happen if they're going to try to move it around, it's going to start beeping, it's going to complain. So that's also a good thing. So do both and you should be fine. Hopefully that was a helpful video, guys. Stay safe, take care of your scooters. Don't ignore all the duct tape and stuff on mine. It's just for temporary protection. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. See you in the next one.